Why was England, despite constantly being criticized for their style of play, able to reach the semifinals of the 2026 FIFA World Cup? Were they truly genuine title contenders or just a team that kept getting lucky? I actually think there's something that many people have overlooked. If you only look at the final results, England's campaign seems convincing. But if you followed every match they played from the group stage onward, the story becomes much more interesting. Thomas Tuchel's side didn't always dominate their opponents, and on several occasions they came dangerously close to elimination. Yet, whenever the pressure was at its highest, they always found a way to win. In my opinion, that's exactly where England's new identity began to take shape. So, in today's video, I'll take you through the Three Lions' journey to the 2026 FIFA World Cup semifinals, where they earned a showdown with the defending champions, Argentina. Let's get started. A convincing start, but never completely smooth. Looking back at England's group stage campaign, I think they actually gave two very different impressions. They opened the tournament with an impressive 4-2 victory over Croatia, immediately convincing many people that England were serious title contenders. Jude Bellingham got on the score sheet, Harry Kane once again proved to be England's biggest attacking threat, and Thomas Tuchel's attacking approach looked extremely promising. But that early excitement didn't last long. In their second match against Ghana, England were held to a frustrating 0-0 draw. They dominated possession, but struggled to break down Ghana's well-organized defense. That was the moment I realized England still had problems against disciplined, defensively structured teams. Their final group stage match against Panama gave England the perfect opportunity to respond to those criticisms. They secured a 2-0 victory, with Jude Bellingham contributing 1 goal and 1 assist to seal top spot in Group L. On paper, their group stage record was solid, 2 wins and 1 draw, but their overall performances still lacked consistency. I believe Tuchel understood that as well. He never became overly satisfied with those results, because he knew from the very beginning that the real challenges would only begin in the knockout rounds. And that's exactly what happened. Once the group stage was over, England's path became far more difficult than most people had expected. The knockout stage that transformed England. In my opinion, England's biggest turning point came in the round of 32 against the Democratic Republic of the Congo. England fell behind early and began to lose control of the game. Many people started wondering whether they were about to become the tournament's biggest upset. But in the final 15 minutes, Harry Kane showed exactly why he was the captain. His 2 goals completed a dramatic comeback, giving England a 2-1 victory and rescuing them from elimination. To me, that win was far more significant than simply securing a place in the next round. It was the moment this England squad truly began to believe in itself. The next challenge came against Mexico in the round of 16. Playing in an intense atmosphere under enormous pressure, England were once again forced to battle until the end before claiming a hard-fought 3-2 victory. Jude Bellingham scored 2 crucial goals, while England also had to cope with Jarell Quansah being sent off with a red card. The quarterfinal against Norway proved even more demanding. Erling Haaland repeatedly threatened England's defense, but Mark Guehi delivered a disciplined performance to keep the Norwegian striker under control. The match went into extra time before Bellingham scored the winning goal, sealing a 2-1 victory and sending England into the semifinals to face the defending champions, Argentina. Jude Bellingham, England's new leader. If there is one player who, in my opinion, defined England's journey at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, it has to be Jude Bellingham. The 6 goals he scored were remarkable, but his influence went far beyond the numbers. Every time England lost control of a match, Bellingham seemed to step up. He never waited for the game to come to him. Instead, he dropped deep to help build attacks, created space for his teammates, pressed relentlessly, and carried the ball into dangerous areas himself. Against Mexico, he scored twice. Then he repeated the feat against Norway, including the extra-time winner after reacting quickest to Orjan Nyland's save from Harry Kane's shot. What impressed me even more was Bellingham's mentality. After defeating Norway, he said that England's greatest strength was not their technique or tactics, but their mentality when facing adversity. That statement perfectly reflected what had happened throughout the tournament. Together with Harry Kane, Bellingham accounted for 12 of England's 13 goals during the competition. Thomas Tuchel summed it up with a brief but meaningful comment, describing Bellingham as a world-class player who proved his quality in every single match. I don't think it's an exaggeration to call Bellingham the new face of England and the symbol of the Three Lions' new generation. Thomas Tuchel changed England's mentality. Many people only focus on England's victories, but in my opinion, the biggest factor behind their World Cup run has been Thomas Tuchel. What's interesting is that the German manager is almost never satisfied. After England's 2-1 victory over Norway, he pointed out that his team had made too many technical mistakes, had been too slow in building attacks, and even admitted that England had been fortunate. Those comments may have sounded harsh, but I believe that's exactly how Tuchel maintains the high standards he expects from his players. This approach is nothing new. During his time at Chelsea, he also publicly challenged players like Callum Hudson-Odoi and Kai Havertz before eventually bringing out the very best in them. Tuchel applied the same demanding approach to Jude Bellingham before the tournament even began. Instead of immediately handing him the role of England's first-choice attacking midfielder, he challenged Bellingham to compete with Morgan Rogers for the position. The result was extraordinary. Bellingham responded with the best performances of his career throughout the tournament. I also think one characteristic has become England's defining identity under Tuchel: mentality. England have repeatedly fought back from difficult situations, whether against the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Mexico, or Norway. Tuchel himself even joked that his players' mentality was so strong that it could be bottled and sold. In my opinion, that mentality has become the foundation of England's remarkable journey. England are not perfect, but they deserve to be called title contenders. Even after reaching the semifinals, I still don't see England as a perfect team. They continue to lose control of matches at times, their build-up play can be too slow, and technical mistakes still appear whenever they face intense pressure. Declan Rice has also dealt with fitness concerns, while Jarell Quansah will miss the semifinal through suspension. On the other hand, England possess outstanding squad depth. Reece James has successfully filled multiple roles, Morgan Rogers has brought fresh energy off the bench, Bukayo Saka has added greater attacking intensity, Jed Spence has provided aggression down the flanks, and Eberechi Eze has helped England retain possession during crucial moments. In the end, England's greatest strength isn't beautiful football, it's their ability to survive when everything goes wrong. They didn't panic after falling behind against the Democratic Republic of the Congo. They refused to surrender under Mexico's relentless pressure, and they still found a way to defeat Norway in extra time. That's why I consider England one of the strongest contenders to win the 2026 FIFA World Cup. However, their biggest test still awaits in the semi-final against defending champions Argentina. If they can overcome that challenge, I believe England will reach the final not as a lucky team, but as one that has truly developed the mentality of champions. England's journey at the 2026 FIFA World Cup has shown that championships are not always won by the team that plays the most attractive football. In many matches, it has been mentality, the courage to make decisive decisions in crucial moments, and the ability to respond under pressure that have made the difference. To me, that is the greatest transformation England have undergone under Thomas Tuchel. So what do you think? Do England truly deserve to be considered genuine contenders for the 2026 FIFA World Cup title, or have they simply been fortunate enough to escape every difficult situation they've faced? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more in-depth football discussions.